the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. Sometimes I feel like all is lost, but I know it's not true. I wanna put up all my walls cause I'm not in the mood, but then I cut myself off from the rest of the room. I know that time can heal it all if you're patient and soon it can all be worth it, all the searching. Pain is never really permanent, but damn it hurts, man. I could feel all of the turbulence and it's concerning. I've been searching for a purpose, I hope it's worth it. This society is really trying me. Ain't no hide and seek, I hide to be far from anxiety. I need my space, I need my privacy. I need some silence, please, you're all too loud. You don't speak quietly, opinions violently thrown across every surface. It makes me nervous, is the world honestly burning? That's all I'm learning. Hope that we can make a turn and start reversing all our minds and put the work in. We got some work, man. I can hear the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through, I just gotta get through. Cause I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you. I know that time can heal it all, I just gotta get through. I just gotta get through. Gotta get through this, life is a nuisance, tie up some loose ends. I try to be human, find a solution, my evolution. A place like this, it didn't exist, we made it like this. So you can go pick the bad or the good, got a glass halfway. I know, it's easier to hide than just to lay low. Not everyone in life has got a halo. I'm standing in the red inside a payphone, just wanna break, no. I'm not gonna give in, take a last shot, Michael J. Win. No, I'm not a robot, I'm in my own skin. Never get lost when thoughts pull you in. I miss the old you, we died with a purpose. All the energy around me felt nervous, scared I would pop out fast to the surface. Had to cut it off before you made me worthless. Torn apart, I've been torn and scarred. I had a given art, but now I'm peaking smart. I'm keeping up my guard, I'm hiding every card. A royal flush of bluff, you never know what's hard. With a back to the mat, gonna see where I'm at. I'ma fight like I'm mad, I'ma be something that they can never be me. Nice try, but they'll see I achieve everything while they stay salty. I started to go.
What's going on, ESGN Nation, and welcome back to the first episode of the Ravens series within the series called the Ravens Nest, as we get a little bit of an in-look of the front office and, of course, the thoughts and strategies, and, of course, look at some more number-wise of the team as we just finish up the preseason games. Hope you guys enjoy those. Normally, we preseason games, we just pretty much sim the game, CEO, and I'm watching the games and seeing some adjustments we need to make for the playbook, as well as the players, and of course, whittling down the final players and to get it down to the final 53-man roster. And of course, we did win all three games, and there were some pretty good, interesting games there. There's some pretty good players that I'm looking forward to when it comes to our playbook and changing things up for us, a lot of the players here and strategy-wise and whatnot. Now, of course, I'm not going to give everything what I'm going to be doing here, but just the gist of it. We're going to try to find the best players out there to see what we can do. And of course, we gave snaps to the second string, third string guys. And of course, we're trying to figure out players that could fit other roles as well on the team. As you see, Lamar Jackson, a decent preseason there from him. Yeah, he had some pretty nice runs there. That was when I was watching. I think it was the first two games I was watching pretty closely there. The first and third game. I was watching pretty closely, especially the first game. Very impressive in there, and of course, there's also some design plays there for Lamar for the most part there. We're going to utilize that as much as we can because that offense is pretty much run through him, as well as, of course, King Henry and, of course, Mark Andrews, who is one of our top receivers there. And of course, you got Wallace, you got Flowers, and of course Bateman there. Some of the younger role players that we have on the team here that could be making a big impact for us here in this first season, going especially more so in the second season there. And of course, we got to figure out who we're going to be keeping on this team here, and we'll see those ones, because that was always the toughest part. I know recently I just finished watching the Hard Knocks series. I always love when that show comes on, because it is a tough decision. You got to really make that decision of, okay, who we're going to keep, who we're going to who's going to be on be signed on the team, who's going to be on practice squad, and more importantly, who are we going to keep but could possibly use as trade bait somewhere down the line if the season happens to go the opposite direction of where we wanted to go, because there are things that frequently happen. So we got to make some pretty decisions here, and I got a kind of a roadmap of how I'm hoping the season will go, and of course I have also a contingency plan of how the season could possibly go if things happen to go sideways. So we are looking at some of the players here. I do have a couple of ideas for some trades, one of them being our corner, which we'll see here later on in the video, who I'm thinking about trading, because I really want to develop this. Just like last year in our Chicago Bears series, as well as our series before that with the Bills. I was really looking at a lot of players that we can develop and help out and see what they can do here if they're not able to be a starter. Somebody that can play on special teams, somebody that can be now they have that ability now where they can have a two-way player, and so now trying to see maybe we can move a guy from a center or from a corner to a wide receiver, or a wide receiver to a corner. So that's the what we're going to be looking at here this season. And of course, you're just kind of looking at the numbers right now for the preseason here, which is nothing really to get too big and excited about. Just some footage here that you guys can look at, of course. But yeah, we got to make those decisions here, and of course then figure out how that is going to play into who is going to be re-signed going into the season, because I do like to re-sign. I try to re-sign guys in the off season, because I want to see performance, see if they're worth signing. Now, some of the guys that are on the kind of the on the high side of the totem pole, they are obviously going to get the first looks here. Now, here you see some of the players here that we have. We're going to either have to make a decision of cutting, or if we're going to decide on let him stay on the practice squad. Of course, we decided to let him go there. Now we're looking at Penning here. He is one of our backs there, and so we're going to go ahead and let him go. Now, I will say a lot of these players here, I was looking at cap situation here, and there are some issues we do there. Some of these guys that we are going to be letting go are going to be hitting us with the cap, but not too much. No more than around even from $650K to $850K, which is not bad. But after a while, that will kind of add up over time for us. So I'm hoping that with some of these cuts here, because obviously if they have an opportunity to go to the practice mode or practice squad, there we are going to go ahead and put on a practice squad and keep them on there. But if not, if it doesn't really hurt us to cut them because they're not going to cost us anything, or they're going to cost us less, we're best off doing that. And of course, I want to have the best players out there as much as we possibly can. Of course, I'm looking at it took me quite a while to figure out who we're gonna be cutting and who we're gonna be signing, because you feel like, okay, I want to keep in this case all 21 guys, but we have to cut the roster down to 53. And if I could keep all 21 guys on the practice squad, that would be great. But that is not how this is going to work out. It's not how life, obviously treats us. And so we have to make those tough decisions on who's going to be sticking around and who is going to be leaving. So as you see here, we're going to give the guys that have opportunity to be on the practice squad, we're going to do that. Now, when it comes to guys like Keith Kirkwood, who's a wide receiver, he's got pretty good speed. And of course, it would be better if his speed and acceleration was up in those low 90s. But we're going to go ahead and make a decision here that we are going to go ahead and cut him, which is going to free up about 1.3 mil in our budget. We got Amar Davis, corner here. Nice speed, but his zone coverage and man coverage there is not that great. So we're going to have to penalize. Of course, we will get penalized here. It's going to be 190K from penalties because we have to owe him that money there. And then, of course, vision. There you see Carson there. Right tackle there, and he's gonna of course be cut as well. We'll take a look here at Anthony Miller, and of course the other thing is too, it's also age. Some guys, we got some areas here we were lucky enough that we have a lot of young players here. So this organization is doing a great job of moving guys that are either older out and getting that young, fresh, new blood in there. That we can, mold the team even more so with. And of course, with this series, we're gonna try to stick close to what really all my series. I try to stick close to what the team is known for, and for the, obviously the Ravens are known for their defense and be able to be very aggressive, very, bully-like when it comes to opposing teams, especially here in the NFC North. And of course, you got, the Steelers, the Browns, and the Bengals to worry about. So as we take a look here, just making some final cuts here. We got a few more cuts now. We got 15 so far we've cut. Now we still got another 6 more to get to here, and this is when it starts getting very difficult. It's like, oh man, this guy I kind of want to keep around. In this case here, you see longer beamer, 93 speed. He's a CB. But, at the end of the day, you look at his age, he's 24. So, he's 24 years of age. We could still develop him, put him in training, and kind of get him in and get a few reps out there whenever the score happens to be in favor of us. But, we going to have to go ahead and make that decision of either cut him or let him go. Wester is another guy here, 23 years of age. Still, not really in his prime just yet. He's still developing. 90 speed, 91 acceleration, of course 79 catch, I should say. I wish he had 97 catch. He definitely would be a keeper there. But he is 70 overall. He's 23 years of age. And of course, if we cut him, we're going to get hit with the cap penalty there of negative. We're going to take out negative or 40K from him, or pay 40K to him. Johnston, you guys remember we had him in our Jacksonville series over on the second channel with Jacksonville and the Jags, and looks like we might end up cutting him as he is not gonna be on this team here. He will be on will not be on the 53-man roster, but if anything happens over the course of the season and we need to look for a running back, he would definitely be one of the guys that we will definitely if we need to, we'll call him up, tell him, hey, we want you to be a part of the team again. We need you to play this role as a kind of a guy coming in here and back it up, take some snaps on third down and such, and see we know what you can do, and we want to sign you. You got Travis Robinson, who of course will also be cut there, as he will get a nice little parting gift there of I think $730 there. And of course we got some more here. Buchanan, 22 years of age. This is a tough one. He's a wheel linebacker, and of course try to make a decision on keeping him around. Normal dev, 82 tackle, 81 hit power, and 86 speed. And I'm thinking, we don't have too many wheel linebackers there, and it would be kind of nice if we can try to get him in the getting a little help there on the squad, and maybe if we can open up one of those training of the 6 training spots there to get extra XP. Maybe he'll be one of those guys that we can go there and have train and get the extra XP so we can build up his ability. I think he earns 2 times the XP or something like that. He's a part of that. So that would be really nice, and of course that will help him out to hopefully, maybe in a year's time, maybe 2 years, maybe get him there and be a will linebacker there for us, be one of our future stars. And then, of course, we got the left edge and defensive tackle there, John Jenkins. And, of course, looking at his there, ooh, wow, 1.79 million in cap. So now it becomes the tough part here, because we got one more cut to make the 53. And it's between these three guys here. Two will stay on the team, and one will go. So first, I decided to look at Ajabo and his trade bait in this situation here. If we can possibly trade him and see what he is worth. Nobody was offering anything there. They wasn't looking for anything. As for Buchanan, we were looking at, and we were going to make an offer, and we made offer. And this is the offer we got from Carolina. Now, this would put him in the NFC South, so that'd be definitely away from us. But they're going to give us Wallace, a Mike linebacker, and I decided that would not be really good for us, because we don't need a Mike linebacker. We actually have 4 on the team that I feel very comfortable with, where the top 2 guys can kind of switch off, and the other 2 could possibly get trained up and of course developed for us, and so that wouldn't really work for us. And then John, I don't think there was a trade offer for him. Now, the corner that I was talking about earlier, Awozu, he is 30 years of age. I believe we had him in, I want to say, our Browns series. I could be wrong. I want to say it was Cowboys. Yeah, he's been in a series before here on this channel, here on the main channel. But we're looking at trade packages here and just trying to see, obviously trying to find a trade package that was in the NFC, and looking around at some of the teams here. And of course, I was looking for linemen that could help us out. That we need offensive linemen because there's a little bit of a hole in one of our positions there in the offensive line side. I think it's the left tackle and left guard. So we did find a left guard, and that is 26-year-old Matthew Bergeron. As you see him, and of course, thinking about it, it's like, well, we could put him there. He would be definitely a starter. We'll have to check his contract and see so much, but he's definitely something I'll be looking at here as we go into week 1. I'm not sure I'm going to pull that trade off just yet, but I think for the most part, I think we're just going to kind of wait and see. So, but we do end up releasing the defensive tackle there for what we had. So, will we look back at this and say, was that a good idea? We'll never know. We'll see. We'll eventually find out in the course of the season if that was the right choice that we made on letting him go. Now, as for injuries, injuries have been one of the things that's always tricky about this game. Obviously, I want the game to, it's football. It's a contact sport. Guys are going to get hurt. Obviously, you don't want to see a player go down, especially you're, starting off the season. And as you see here, there's a lot of teams that are going to be losing their star running backs and defensive players like that for the first week. Now, I will be lowering I was looking at a lot of different forums on Operation Sports about this year's game. I do have Matt 10 slider set that I'm using, and of course, if you want to know what that slider set is, I'll leave a link down below to the in the description here for that slider set. Recently, he just updated it, but I think I have my injuries at 40, and I've heard a lot of people say that even 40 is you're seeing too many injuries and too many long-term injuries. Almost in some cases, some people were saying that they were getting a lot of career-ending injuries, which is crazy. So I've decided to go ahead and after week 1 or before week 1, I'm going to go ahead and move down the slider set, and I'm going to set it somewhere around 25 to see how it goes. I was thinking 30, but I think 30 might be still a little bit too much. So we're going to move down to at least 25. Maybe let's put it on 27. Let's say 27. So we'll put it down there, and we'll see if there are any changes in the slider injuries there, but I've seen a lot of people say they got some crazy, ridiculous injuries for a lot of players. And obviously you want to keep the top players in there. What I should have did was turn injuries off during preseason. Or if I did, I should have had it on a little low where they wasn't getting so many, crazy injuries. I haven't seen any career injuries. I think the longest injury I've seen is someone here, at least in this series. I think we've already passed it up or not, or may not show up yet here. But the one I've seen was like 7 to 9 weeks. So that's not bad. Obviously they're gonna miss almost a good portion of the season. Well, there's 18 games. So they're gonna be missing a good chunk of the season there. But in some ways in real life that does happen. We've seen that happen. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you see the Carolina player down there, the Will linebacker. He's going to be out for 33 to 39 weeks with a tore pectoral. Jeez. So best of luck to him and to that squad there for the Panthers. Man, that's what I said. I just seen those. I'm like, wow, like that is crazy. I know recently here they just, of course, I'm filming this on the 20th of August. I know that they've recently just had an update not too long ago, so I'll see if that's changed anything. I'll do like another test on my test franchise that I'm doing to kind of test things out. But for the most part, it's I'm like I said, I want to keep injuries realistic, but not to the point where the season doesn't feel it's just like crappy. And like I said, so the new slider set that that Matt Tim put out, it's pretty decent slider set there. Pretty similar to the ones he had last year with a few changes here. Of course, obviously the new wear and tear system is pretty much the newest thing that's in the game, and of course a lot of people are kind of maneuvered that. But so far, from at least what I've seen from his last update, he has changed a little things here and there in the wear and tear. So definitely, if you want that slider set and you want to check it out, definitely go check it out. I'll leave it, like I said, a link down below in the description. But I always say, you got to play the game the way you want to play it, and what it feels best for you, and what the experience you want to have with the game, and how you want to be immersed in it. For me, I want a little realism, but at the same time, I still want a little fun, because at the end of the day, it is just a video game. So, but yeah, this is so I'm really looking forward to this series in Baltimore, and what I've seen from the team so far, I'm really liking. There's gonna be some tough games here, and obviously, we're in a tough division. This is a really tough division. Obviously, we got to deal with Aaron Rodgers and who else? Sanders now. He's there. Flacco, former quarterback of ours from back in the day, a little over a decade ago. And then, of course, you have, Cool Joe there, Brewer. So you got those quarterbacks there. And kind of like I said, this might be the last year for Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. He has that 1-year deal with him. We'll see if we can kind of, unfortunately, put it into his story, his career, with not letting him have a decent time, especially with us, both home and away. But first game will be a Sunday night game. It will be against the Bills, and that, of course, that was our team from 2 seasons ago there in Madden 25, Madden 23. We had that series there. It was a lot of fun. So we'll be at Highmark Stadium for that Sunday night game against Josh Allen and the Bills as we start off our journey here in the 2025-2026 season of Madden 26. I cannot wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's go, Raven Nation. Let's bring home that first win, and let's see if we can hoist that trophy above our head and become Super Bowl champions once again. It's a long road. It's going to be a taxing one, but I think this team with the talent they have right now that can do it. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, and of course, if you want to see more of the Ravens Nest, and of course, more of the Baltimore Ravens franchise, definitely hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new. And of course, hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series here on ESGNet. I cannot wait to sink my teeth into this series. As always, keep yourselves each other healthy, and I will see you all next time.